Hey guys, cool by way back. I'm Rick.
Eric.
Aaron.
I'm Calvin.
We're back with Hunter x Hunter. It's only getting better every episode. It's so good.
It's so good. It's also sad and scary.
It
It is.
For instance,
Because I don't know
Gon
what, like,
is sad and scary.
Gon is just so convicted and so angry that he ruins his life.
and he's so much older.
You can have my right arm.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll de-age or stay old?
I think he'll de-age, but I think it's a huge consequence.
I think he's gonna stay old.
I think he's
And
gonna
that
stay
is
old,
part of the
too.
consequence. But he's lost his nin powers.
I think he's gonna get young again.
Yeah, I think it probably makes more sense to the story, but I think it's weird. Because they also worded that he matured.
He forced his body to mature. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
but then you add nin to anything, and it's pretty much just
'Cause,
like,
like-
make the rules.
Yeah, but like Bisky does back and forth, but she has nin to do that maybe, so I don't
She
know.
does,
I'm just
yeah.
curious what they're gonna do.
What if there's reincarnation in this world?
There's
And
not.
he dies, but then he comes back as another Gon.
No, they don't have that.
The king came
I don't think that's
back.
how reincarnation works either, right?
But maybe it's how Nin works.
Well, he has no nin though, because he used it all to turn old.
He still has it at the second, though.
But he will lose it once
He
he's
just needs
done
to use it in order to
killing-
regenerate.
He has to punch that thing with his arm.
He hasn't even met his dad yet.
He hasn't. Now he's gonna be an old guy.
What's going to happen next other than Gon ruining his life?
The king is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We're gonna kill a butterfly.
I
Yeah.
want the king to be good.
I have no idea how any of our protagonists can possibly
Win.
win.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, Gon, what an amazing episode it was last episode. But Gon
Yeah.
is back to being his child form, but with the long hair.
And unconscious.
And I assume no arms.
Conscious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would guess.
I mean, if his hair didn't revert back, I doubt his arm showed back up. You know, like if it like de-aged him and he went back in time.
He's
kind
not a
of thing.
Namekian.
He's just like a little baby arm.
Interesting. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know who can be the king. Like I don't know what you do. The
Pete
only-
Gon? I mean, she said he could like sink his teeth into the king probably.
Yeah, but not
But
now.
That was
He's
before
gone, you know,
Pito knew that the king had all that power.
He just it's like, yeah, I don't know what it's like. It's
So
like when
can-
Jancy kills a bug. She puts too much into it, and now her hand's hurt. You know?
Can we have? Can we have the thing with Kamugi, where the king notices this, because out of anger of the lies and stuff and deception from his two guards, he kills them. But since they were able to give their power to him, is he able to give their power to Gon? For some reason, and then that gives our hero back like some power and his nin and whatnot abilities, and then the king kind of goes in more of a good fashion.
a
or
trade.
something? Kind
Like,
of.
does he reward Gon by protecting Komugi?
I gotta admit, I kind of almost hope that Gon literally blew his load too quickly on the wrong thing because he's sick, and that there's no like fixing it.
Sure.
I kind of like that. I think that it's tragic but relatable in a very, very distant way to me.
Yeah, we
Like, I
just,
get it, but I would never do that.
We just follow his dad from now on.
I don't know. Like, I don't think that he's, I'm not saying that he never gets powerful, but like that idea that you don't do that again because you were literally killing yourself, You've lost 20 years of your life. I don't know what it is.
But what if, like, it does the opposite? And the universe rewards him for his dedication, like the gods rewarded Netero for throwing that punch
If this were
100 million times.
Yeah, I mean, if this were
Gurren Lagann?
Gurren Lagann. If it were Gurren Lagann, yes, he would have defeated the black and white guy already. I think that our only hope really is that the king
Spares them?
just becomes cool again. I don't know.
Maybe
I don't think there's any beating him, honestly.
they do need a new president of the Hunter Association.
I don't know if we'll go for that.
But like Kamugi is what defeats him. Is that the idea that maybe we're thinking?
I feel like it has to. I just
Like,
don't
I
know how.
I don't know what else can.
Kamugi is what redeems him. Not that he's ever needs redemption, because he, in his own mind, hasn't done anything wrong. I don't know.
Sure. Because Hunter x Hunter sometimes has these ways of like solving a problem without having a crazy combat.
Yeah.
You know, and well, damn it! I thought we were building up to this, and we talked about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know,
And when you get to crazy combat like last episode, there's this element of like, no,
I got what I want, but now I don't want it.
I know.
Yeah.
But just like, I don't know, it's really cool to have a Dragon Ball Z level character in this show of like Dragon Ball level characters, you know?
Sure.
Because whenever the king just throws out his N and immediately makes those two unconscious before anybody blinks.
sure.
It's so powerful. It's so awe-inspiring.
His guards didn't even know he moved.
Yeah.
Like, where'd he
Yeah.
go? He's just
This
gone.
is how
immediately.
fast he is.
But I mean, that's how the Radix arc is,
It is.
right?
Yeah.
Where you have Dragon Ball characters versus Dragon Ball Z characters.
Yes.
But then eventually, your characters get powerful.
Yeah, we're just like in Dragon Ball Z, you're lucky that Cell doesn't show up when Raditz did.
Exactly.
You know? It's always a little bit more, but this is like Cell showing up in the Saiyan saga. Maybe.
Yeah, because what would they have done then?
Nothing. I mean, all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, they'd be all...
Granted, Cell's only that strong because they were that strong, so it isn't not
Yeah.
a perfect example, but
Majin
Majin Buu.
There you go.
Hakai. Beers. Yeah, we're still fucked. Doesn't matter how strong they are.
Yeah.
I don't understand the Majin Buu one because I've never seen it.
Yeah,
They didn't do it in abridged.
they didn't.
You saw him in Dragon Ball Fighters, though.
No,
He ate people.
no. I don't remember that.
We compared him to Kirby.
You don't remember?
No. The only thing I know about Majin
He's
Buu
pink.
is what I know from a death battle we watched where Kirby beat him.
That seems unlikely.
Nope, it's not.
They did the research.
Yeah.
I didn't agree either, and I still get comments on that.
Kirby is
Fanboy
one of the longest running like platformer characters.
Sure. He also can suck things into another dimension.
You can.
It's not even his stomach. It's just somewhere else.
Sure.
And he can recall them back if he needs to too. And it's just
He's not the brightest. That's his biggest problem.
yeah. But he also is like very hard to destroy.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. I died in those games a lot.
and
Yeah.
and he's the star of the show.
He is the star of the show.
So you can't beat that. Fanboy. I love him like stuck on a game. Like I like that because it's like they're talking about like the words that can trigger like P2. It's like oh words can also trigger him. But like he's like want to play a game? He's like a game, and like he's thinking like is he gonna start thinking about like I was playing chess with a guy and I was playing checkers with a guy and I was playing this with a guy and I killed them all. But then I was playing something else with someone else. I can't remember what it is.
Beat me? Me? You know?
And I never
Yeah.
won.
Yeah.
I wonder what in his mind how he would feel about humanity when he realizes there's two of them that gain my respect. Because he never really had that realization. When he did, he died, and now he doesn't remember.
And he hasn't seen adult Gon's physique. That's respect.
Is that what you need to
Or
see?
determination.
Yeah.
Because, like, the king ripping off his arm is kind of the same thing that Gon did there. Except Gon beat him with it.
I have such like a I have such like a duality of feelings on what Gon did. On one side, I'm like, man, that's stupid. How could you do that? And the other side is like, God, it was so fucking great. You know,
so metal.
They're so equal in terms of like how I feel about it. That's what I love about the show.
Just like an adolescence doing some crazy, like, gymnastics or fighting or something. Like, because they're young and dumb, they think they're invincible and they'll do these crazy things.
Yeah,
But that was a crazy thing.
that was a crazy
that
thing.
you did.
Yeah.
Because you felt that way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's honestly, it's a little about how the king feels about them lying to him. That you're lying, and I would kill you for that, but I can tell it's coming from a place of loyalty. Thus, I respect it. So even though he knows that they're lying, which should be this capital offense, he's like, I know your heart's in the right place. So if you win the game, I'll just accept it. You know, I love him limiting himself because he's so limitless.
Well, that's the only way that you would get any enjoyment out of life.
Yeah.
Is by placing artificial restrictions on yourself
Yeah.
and then playing within those.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what Gilgamesh does.
Like, could I do this without being able to teleport at light speed? You know,
Well, that's
like,
what Netero did with the two boys with that game.
Yeah.
Right?
he almost made me use my left hand.
Yeah.
That's right. Like
Frieza did to Goku in their fight. Like, he's like, I'll beat you without using my hands. Goku bit his tail and he slapped him. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
This is ridiculous.
Is that what happened?
I had something like that happen.
Is that when he was thinking about? Was that against who? Frieza?
Yeah.
That you said okay. All right.
The real fight, no, not abridged.
Oh, because I was
It
thinking.
might have happened.
I was cutting back to like, pretty please let go of my tail. Well, okay. Like, aha! It's like, damn it.
I bet you an abridged Hunter x Hunter would be pretty good too.
Yeah, it would.
Knuckle and Malorian are just out.
Yeah, they're just completely out, and they were before that they were like, I'm out. They're just leaving.
Yeah.
They felt, they did
There was
what
nothing they could do.
they did what Nove did. So Nove like freaked the fuck out and had a crisis.
Well, yeah,
they're
that-
just like, we're leaving.
They saw an aura 10,000 times worse
Yeah.
and handled it much better.
Yeah.
What was the one guy's Netero? What was he called? They called him the what?
Chairman.
The chairman.
Yeah.
When he said like, when the chairman was beaten, we should have let them know. I'm curious on if I missed something or don't remember something of when they realized the chairman had been beaten.
I wonder if they knew about the bomb in him or not.
Or
Is it
just the
fact
king
that
is
the
back.
king's back? Probably is what they're talking about, right?
There's no way Netero
Sure.
would ever have left him leave alive. So
Unless
Netero
he
must
was dead.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
So that probably makes the most sense because I think the bomb was too far for them to see.
be- I like to think if a dirty bomb went off, like, I don't know,
You'd see the
20
cloud for a
miles. I
while.
don't know how far away they were.
I mean, they could have been really.
Well, you would feel it, you would heal
I
it.
feel
hear
like
it.
they flew
I wouldn't hear it.
for so long.
They did.
Yeah.
to
You would
so
hear it,
far.
just-
They
wouldn't
were
know where
still
it
in the
was.
same desert, but I don't know how big that desert is.
Yeah, and it
Yeah,
was somewhere
I mean-
where they did training with like nuclear weapons and stuff, right?
For a small country, but
So that's got to be far enough away to keep their city stuff and whatnot safe.
If it is night, like, I wonder if you would see it. Like, how far away would you see the light up the sky?
A flash
I
of.
see on the far Mountain Whipple. I see the fireworks from here, and that's like 10 miles.
I mean,
as a crow
if-
flies.
Whoa!
If you're like 6 miles away from a nuclear blast and you're looking at it, like it can permanently blind you.
Especially somewhere where there's no artificial light. It's just dark.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
know.
we're too far away.
Like that was the whole thing in True Lies.
At the very least, he knows because.
But
he
I would
thinks
say
that.
because the king came back, they knew that. I wonder then, because of that same reasoning, would Nove or Moral or any of them know anything to where they could go and warn the association? Because I was wondering too, like, how good would it be if we had like all the people we've met so far that have been like the strong ones that we've been wanting to get better than, like Hisoka is pretty strong, and the Phantom Troop is pretty strong. Like, what if like when Knuckles like we need an army here? Like, what if you got like all those guys like coming in like and they start fighting? The mummy guy summons a planet, crushes the king. And,
Killua's family.
yeah, those guys like. Even though Netero, like apparently Netero is stronger than Zeno.
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 Yeah,
but-
I'm gonna-
Which I think Zeno is stronger than Silva.
yeah. I mean, I
But
would
all of
imagine
them together
the king
fighting,
is,
you know?
Yeah, the king is stronger than all of them separate, but all of them together, maybe.
I think it would just be a limiting factor. They can't see as fast as he can move.
Sure, but I don't know.
Like the
I'm just-
only advantage that they might have is if Killua taught all of them his electric technique to where
Godspeed.
they can all react faster than the
Yeah, I
king
wonder
can
what's-
literally
I
move.
wonder what's faster.
I don't know.
I'm just
He
trying
said
to think-
nearly light speed. It's
trying to
got to
think
be
of
the king.
Ideas that could result in something with the king. 'Cause what do you do with him?
He just gets bored and leaves.
Just flies.
Just
around
goes to
like-
space.
Well, he already said that I never want to taste anything again because this was so delicious. So is he even going to eat all these people? That was the original plan,
I
right?
thought he said he never wanted to taste anything else ever again.
They're not for him to eat, right? Isn't there
They're for him to turn
to
into
start turning
soldiers.
into other?
I thought
Well,
some of them were
it's
soldiers.
it's a sorting. They'll
Yeah.
sort
yeah.
them out. Yeah.
Yes.
The ones that were worthwhile, the ones that had inherent nen, they were growing in the trees for future soldiers and stuff. The rest of them were going to be churned into food.
Yeah, I thought some of them were for
Meatballs.
food and some of them were for soldiers.
Yeah.
I can't remember which was which. But now I don't know if he even needs them or would want them.
He's more powerful than any army on the planet. Like, if you nuked him 10 times, I don't think he would die.
I mean, he nuked him once. He did.
Yeah, but he's so much more powerful than that.
Unless,
And he was severely weakened by Netero before that.
like he says, he's connected to Poof and Yuppie. maybe he's also connected weakness-wise as well.
Like if they die, he loses a portion of his power.
Maybe.
That would be interesting, considering that his power is now coming from what he took from them, but he also ate it though. So that would be weird if I ate a hamburger, but
Yeah.
it's only sustaining me as long as the cow's really alive. Like that's
But
a
he
really
said-
really weird situation.
He said their lives are connected now. Like your feelings are my feelings. So
Sure.
there is still
I guess so.
kind of a Nen bond there. And if the person dies, sometimes the Nen continues after death, sometimes it
Yeah.
doesn't.
See, if that's the case, then he needs to make sure he's careful in protecting them rather than them protecting him, because if they die, it makes him weaker. And
But he might not know.
He might not know until
Hmm.
the first one dies, and then he tries to protect the other one, but that's the king's weakness. If then our troop try to kill the other guard, and it weakens the king to the point where he was after the blast and they found him, like, all, Sire! Sire!
I don't think it's likely, but maybe it's possible.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
reaching
figure
for
out.
straws.
Yeah,
I'm really trying to
that's-
figure out where we go against this powerful foe. You know, if you're watching Dragon Ball Z, I'd be like, "Damn, Cell seems so strong," but Goku's not here or Gohan. They're in the hyperbolic tiger chamber.
It would be a hell of an ending if he just
Hyperbaric
won
tiger-
and that's
tiger
it.
chamber.
It was over.
Yeah. It would be. I just, it's hard to predict. Hell, I did such a bad job of predicting at the beginning of the episode where I'm like, man, they're going to need to get P2 to shut up. She doesn't have a fucking head right now, Eric.
No,
She's not going to be talking.
she's dead.
Yeah.
You did say it in this
I
episode.
did. I was like, well, they got to convince P2 too. And then in my head, I was going like, oh yeah, she's not only has no head, but now also kind of completely dead.
She
As
died
opposed-
twice.
As opposed to just kind of dead.
Twice.
Well,
Regardless of, she has
Pito
no
was
head.
definitely dead before.
Yeah.
But the Nen
Yes.
was still active.
Yeah,
and
I know.
puppeting.
Is now dead.
I just
It's
was
now
like, it
actually
was
dead.
funny that I said that in my head, and then I kind of just judged myself. I was like, fucking idiot.
So does that
People are-
mean?
like, Rob's gonna put that in, everybody's gonna see.
So what was the difference between the Nen puppet working and not working? The brain was destroyed. Can the Nen be stopped after death
don't
if
know.
the brain?
It was
a
a-
puppet can't work if there's no body left
She
to work.
she
I
had
know,
a,
but there was still like the torso and
she
legs
had
and
a
arms
thing
and
that was
stuff.
like a contract of on her death, it activates and continues fighting to kill the person that killed her. I think it was a thing. Like,
And
that
then-
was that was the way that Nin was
And
set
then
up.
Gon
for
just
her.
made it so that you can't. No.
Yeah,
He
but
beat it
then
up.
why
He
did
just
it
punched
stop?
the Nin to death.
Yeah, he destroyed the body too much to where it couldn't. I guess I don't know.
It's like if you like.
That's why I was asking. Like,
Yeah.
if you
We-
destroy the brain, is that the
did-
bit that's
no,
like?
we didn't cover. We didn't go any further than that. We just saw him stab it with his arm, and then we cut away, and we came back, and he's being carried with long hair.
And she's dead in the field.
Well, yeah, I mean we just saw that part, but I don't know. But the thing they said last episode, I think it was that the Nin was to trigger when she died to kill the person that killed her, or to fight the person. That's why it was still going. But I don't know why it stopped
feel like-
necessarily because
Every Nin usually should do that.
Gon's not dead.
I don't think it. I think that's just what Killua theorized because Pito activated the Nen puppet when Pito realized how fast and powerful Gon was, and that he was faster than Pito could react.
Well, Kill's a smart kid. Trust him.
Didn't the narrator say it?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't. It's been.
I had
A week
my
or two.
my ear was like "Wee," just looking at Gon, so I don't remember the details.
Just from the blood rushing through your ear.
Yeah.
Just a pig squealing in your ear.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there going like a game.
I thought it was interesting that APR vanished because I guess it's a. I don't know. Chitu was gone for so long and he was still working and like
He's
he
conscious.
went to sleep, right?
Well, but Gon and Killua during their training had to have their Nin activated while they were sleeping, or else the rock hit their head.
Yeah.
So that probably Knuckle does the same thing.
That might be. But I was also thinking too, like when they die, isn't it like the Nin doesn't disappear whenever you
It
die?
Sometimes.
depends.
Because like that was the one thing with the bombs and different things
Yeah.
that we've had in the past. So I was like, well, does that?
It's not a universal rule. Like they can do that, or they cannot do that.
Yeah. They've said in the past sometimes Nen can extend past death, but they've never given
Well,
rules.
I think
right?
the reason they said was like intention or something like that. Like the stronger the intention of the
Yeah.
Nin, the
I
more
wouldn't-
likely it is to survive.
The
I would
more
intend-
powerful it is after death.
I would intend to APR to be on anything I could as long as I could, unless I didn't want it to be there. And if they killed me, like if I was fighting Rick and I got APR on him and he killed me, I want APR to be on him for life.
But-
just slowly draining him until it can't anymore.
Well, the weird thing about that is there's nowhere for APR to give the nin to. At that point, the cycle's broken.
Your animals that are in your foster care.
It's like
It just stays in the bank.
it's like owing money to a bank that went bankrupt
you could
and no longer exists.
You could call
the
it too
debt
big
is
to fail.
the debt no longer exists.
You just get the government to
That's what I would call it.
send it somewhere. That's what happened.
To send what somewhere.
The government would come and send money to the bank and let them keep working.
I mean,
Yeah.
That's what keeps happening. The government's like, you know what? Bank's in trouble. Here's more money. You know what? Poor people in trouble.
You're like,
farmers in trouble.
No, they help farmers too.
The white ones.
That's true.
I think Ikalgo and Palm, via their hiding, are going to survive.
I hope so.
I'm not so sure about Knuckle and Malorion, though. I hope so.
They're going to be
I hope so.
interrogated
I hope so.
after.
Yeah, the last time they interrogated him, they cut open the brain and did it that way.
Yeah, but they don't have her anymore.
They don't.
So he might just say, "You get one chance. Tell me." And then he goes, "Krah!" And then they kill one of them, and then it's the other one's turn. It's like, you get one chance. Okay. I saw what you did. It's that thing where you take someone, you're like, all right, if they're not gonna talk, I'm gonna throw them out. Nah, and you throw them out the window. You're like, all right, you get one. Okay, I heard what you just did. I'm fine. And then you come out and he's fine, just sitting there. The chair flew through the window.
It's like in The Untouchables where they shoot the dead guy.
Yeah. Remember that? Oh yeah. Okay, I'll tell you. So good.
You gotta challenge the king to just keep challenging him to games as you do stuff. Like,
Just keep giving more hint hunts.
heads I win, tails you lose. What? No!
I'll accept this game.
Yeah, it sounds very hard to win, but I can do it.
Somehow he wins.
Damn it!
It lands on the side.
God damn it! That'd be a good one.
Are we done?
You had a good intention, but you didn't follow through.
Yeah.
So now, feel it. Guys, thank you very much for watching this episode of Hunter Hunter with us. Go over to patreon.com/blindwave where you can find out how you can watch up to the next 4 reactions right now. Make sure you're subscribed and you've liked the video so we know that you like the video. How will we possibly know if you don't?
Yeah.